to a different approach. Thank you for tuning in this week. I hope that you are staying healthy and strong. This week's topic is about acceptance. It is about love. It is about compassion. It is about quarantine, because I know that during this quarantine, we are spending time with people more than we have ever before. Like, this is the most I've spent time at home. I've never been home like this before. And I'm still going to work, you know what I mean? And I'm still doing stuff, but usually I'm busy. I'm going to school, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And so my whole point in saying all of this is to say that I have learned some major valuable lessons that I feel like have blown my mind. Oh my God. So I just have to share a little bit of myself. So, okay, I'm first generation here. New York, Long Island, you know, and my family is from El Salvador. They are from a third world country. So, different. Okay, so there is a division. There's always been that division in the household where it's like, I see things a different way, they see it another way. You know, even down to the language, down to the food, down to everything. It's always been this like, well, look at it like this, look at it like that. And this is what I came to learn and understand. And so most of my greatest lessons about relationships and about life have been through two different relationships. The relationship I have, well, three. The relationship I have with myself, the relationship I have with my parents, and the relationship I have with the people in my life, like lovers and stuff. You know, and mostly my toxic relationships have taught me the best lessons, unfortunately. So, what I have learned in this quarantine is that through this whole spending time with each other, I have learned that a lot of times we put people in boxes and we make them, you're this in my life. You are my mother. You are my girlfriend. You are my boyfriend. You are A, B, and C to me. And so because of it, society has placed a checklist, and I need you to check everything off this list. The problem with that is that we don't have any room in that checklist for compassion. And I heard this great quote the other day. Compassion is when you meet somebody where they are and then don't expect them to change. If they change, that's cool. And if they don't, that's cool. And when we think about accepting people for who they are, it's genuinely accepting them for who they are. It's not accepting them for who you want them to be in the future. It's not accepting them based on how you expect them to change. It's not accepting them only on conditional terms if you fulfill my needs. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Because I've been there. I'm there. I'm still there. I'm still learning. And my greatest lesson has been with my mom, because we've been through stuff in our life together. And we have like this bond that I'm just like, wow, like I'm so lucky to have that type of relationship with my parent. And one of the things that I realized in this quarantine is that I don't really know her and she don't really know me. And I realized like, yo, all these years of me being disappointed about A, B, and C with her has had nothing to do with her and has had everything to do with me. Because I put her in this box of saying, well, this is who you are to me, so this is who you have to be. I've completely forgot that she was a person. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, how often do we do this where we forget that people are people? She is a woman before she is a mother. My father was a man before he was my father. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I work in an environment where there are troubled kids. And these kids will wild out. I'm talking, they will bust your window. They'll beat you up. Like, yo, these kids will wild out, right? And the staff and people, of course, like people who are in it will be like, oh my God, like, this kid's wilding. But people will be like, he got triggered. because A, B, and C happened to him. And now this happened in this moment, and now he's wilding out. And they understand it, and they have the compassion and the sympathy and be like, yo, we gotta help this kid. This kid is in trouble. But we don't seem to have that same level of compassion for the people in our lives, because they can't have a bad day because it inconveniences us. They can't have a traumatic experience because then you can't be my hero. You can't be the person that I need you to be if you're hurt. Yo, don't even get me started. Okay. Because this has been such a revelation for me. And it has helped me to get to a place where I'm literally looking at the people that I love the most in my life like, yo, you're deeper than that title that I gave you. You're deeper than all of this. You got your own traumas, your own background, your own history, your own hurts, your own healings that you have to go through. And I'm sitting here imposing this limitation on you on how much you can heal and how much you can share and how much you can hurt, because I don't want to be hurt by your hurt. And I'm just saying this because I've learned it. And this year I really feel it's about relationships. And I'm sharing this with you guys because when I had that revelation, it helped me to really just like, oh my God, just accept the fact that they are how they are, because it's not just about me. It's about life. It's about the thriving and the resilience of life. And the fact that they even made it this far is like, wow. And so I'm saying all of this to say is that I know there has to be people in your life that you may have done the same thing I did, where you're limiting them and you're telling them, no, like you can't be my hero if you have been through this. So don't tell me that. I don't want to hear it. You can't be A, B, and C. You can't check off this list if you've been hurt before. I need you to come to a place where you're okay with what's happened in their past. I'm gonna need y'all to come to a place where you're okay with the fact that they were a person before you ever showed up. We need to love people for who they are, and we need to accept them for who they are, but we need to give them the space and the margin to share with us who they've been. Love doesn't start at the end of the story. Love doesn't start at the beginning of the story. Love begins, and grows throughout the story. And we have to allow people to have that space to share who they've been, where they've been, where they come from, how they've been hurt, how they've healed. And sometimes it has to be with us getting rid of the title, because titles don't define bonds. And we have to remember that. And we have to let go of the expectation, because when we let it go, we're not disappointed anymore. We're okay with what is happening. I am sharing this with you guys because this has been a great revelation to me, and I feel like it has helped me really just grow within myself. And I really had to take some time to be alone, because I was like, dang, that's deep. And I felt like as if like God was really showing me something. Like, Jen, you think you're loving people, but you could love a little more. And you could be just a little more. Let me push you in the right direction, girl. Let me show you some stuff. And I share everything that I learned with you guys, because I know that when one person grows, we all grow. So I just want to say, like, remember, people are people, just like you are a person. You've been places, you've done things, you've hurt, you've healed, you've been through it. And I'm praying and hoping that we would be able to grow as a collective and within our human consciousness, to be able to love each other unconditionally in a way that will allow each other to experience things without being hurt by the fact that there is an experience without us. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Remembering the quote, real compassion is when you meet people where they are and you don't expect them to change. Peace and love, my friends. Love you guys.